Ladies and gents, alright, so in this video, I'm going to be fully breaking down my chatting structure in my agency. Last month, for one creator, we generated over $250,000, and only about $30,000 to $45,000 of that was actual subscriptions. The rest were made out of tips and messages. So that should stress the importance of chatting alone. So what I'm breaking down for you in this video is one, my exact structure that my agency uses to manage and make chatting efficient. Second to that is the exact scripts, sequences, and tips and tricks that I've learned over the years of managing on OF to increase spending, LTV of clients, and overall more revenue in the page. And then lastly, I'm going to be going over common mistakes, issues, problems that I see a lot of agencies have within their chats and how to fix them. So let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and hop over to the Miro board. You can see we are covering how to increase spending and efficiency in chatting, full A through Z walkthrough. Now, what we are covering is going to be structure of chatting, packaging, which is just a tip and trick that I absolutely love. And I'm also going to be going into a little bit of pricing, laddering, and a bunch of other little tips and tricks during this, and then also welcome stage and scripts. Now, I believe between these 1 through 4 things that your agency will almost guaranteed to increase income. If you're missing out on even one of these things, you are leaving money on the table. So let's get into it. Structure, the way you want to handle shifts, how you're going to make everyone operate in your chatting team, how you're going to hire. Let's get into it. The structure that I like to have per one creator is a 3-man team. So what that 3-man team is going to look like is like this. So let's say each one of these circles is one chatter. So you have 1, 2, 3 chatters. Each one of these chatters are going to work 8 hours a day. Now, I'm sure most of you already know this, but between these 8, that is going to cover the full 24 hours. Now, the way that you want to run this most efficiently is with a chat manager. The reason why you want a chat manager is because let's say John over here, chatter 1, has to pass information on to chatter 2, Jimmy. That chatter has to send in information, has to send in what's going on with the chat's problems, things like if somebody's waiting on a custom, or they're talking to whales, or they were in the middle of a conversation that was not finished. That information has to get passed on to chatter 2. And so how do we do that? One, the chat manager is going to look over all of this, but we operate everything in Discord. So the way that Discord is laid out is a bunch of channels, but 2 main categories. We have the chat management. I'm just gonna write it like that. And we have the account management. I'm just gonna write it like that. Between these 2, we have a couple of channels that I want to share with you guys. One is EOS reports. So with EOS reports, what goes on in that channel is the chatters at the end of their shift, when they are completely done, they're going to send in their numbers, they're going to send in their metrics. That way we have a full line walkthrough of a channel just filled with our chatters' results, messages, anything like that that we can go back, look on, track, make sure that they're improving, not staying stagnant, etc., etc. Additionally to that, we have alerts. So if anything during that channel or during that person's shift goes wrong or something happens, they can alert us, the owners or the chat manager, immediately without any hesitation. Coupled with that, they also have shift alert. Now, what shift alert does is, like I was saying, if Jimmy has to pass the information over to John, they know, because of in the account management, there's also a shift schedule. I'm just gonna write it like that, where all the chatters can see when and who is going to be on before and also after them, so that they can communicate within this shift alert. They're going to send in, like I was saying, all of the problems, or if they're in convos, or if there's information of whales on the account, and they're going to at the person who is on the second shift after them, which would then be John's case. So that then John can go in there confident, knows everything that's going on the page currently, and has no questions about that. The reason why you want to plug in a CM, a chat manager inside of here, is because to make sure that all of this information is even being sent, making sure these guys are doing their jobs, you need somebody to overlook that, and that can't be yourself. If you're going to be working about model outreach, if you're going to be worrying about making sure that you have marketing systems in, you do not want to worry about the chats. Trust me, I've tried to do it myself, and it really does not work that well. What you do is you get a chat manager. They're going to run you about $300 to $400 a week. And so you're looking at around $1,100 a month on usual. Now, the reason why I deem this worth it is because with our chat manager, We also have chat monitoring. I'm just going to put monitoring right there inside of the chat management. And this is actually a VC. So within this, the chatter is live screen sharing their screen. So let's say we have Jimmy here. Jimmy is live screen sharing their screen while Sarah, the chat manager, is watching said screen. So why is this beneficial? If that chatter doesn't log on and start live screen sharing their screen in the chat monitoring channel while they're on that shift, we know that they're not doing their work, that we know that they're not doing their job. And then our chat manager is going to reach out to them, make sure that they hop on the account, etc., etc. It just automates the chats, and it ensures that you know where your chatters are going, and more importantly, where your money's going. If you're lost and you can't really track anything, you don't know whether or not your investment of your paying those chatters is going to be worth it. That's really the best structure to have within chatting, is managing it all inside of Discord. I can show you guys a little bit more about my Discord setup. Maybe I'll pop up some screenshots here about the exact channels, but other than that, that's pretty much the entire breakdown. So let's now talk about, I'm going to erase all of this. Let's now talk about packaging. Packaging is honestly one of the most slept on methods. And if you're a total beginner, you're not going to know what I'm talking about. If you're already doing this, you know it works. But really quickly, just to give you guys value, let's say you're running the GFE experience, right? And you're in the chats with somebody, you have a chat box here, and then you have another chat box here. Let's say that you sold this PPV for $40, right? And when you sent that PPV over, it had a little one right here with, let's say, 10 seconds on it. This person immediately knows, since you sent one video in 10 seconds, that he's going to be paying $40 for one 10-second video. Person's probably going to say, you know, fuck no, I'm not buying $40 video, one thing, 10 seconds, right? This is just one aspect of packaging, and what this is basically is when instead, if you sold that same $40 PPV, $40, let's say you sent, with that same video, you sent an additional 3 pictures, and then also you added another video, so it had 3 videos, 2 pictures. One, that immediately eliminates this little countdown or time, so the fan can't see how long those videos are. They just see what's inside of it. So they're going to see 3 pictures, and they're also going to see 2 videos. So what this means is there's a couple aspects to this. One is value. It gives the actual message a higher perceived value, making that price go up. And you may be asking, well, yeah, it is more value. You're sending more images and more videos. Why would you not want to make sure that you sell those videos and you sell them at a higher conversion rate because you added more videos and more pictures than not selling them at all and only selling one? And you don't have to add more explicit content in here. Those 3 pictures can be pictures of the same thing, just different angles, and those 2 videos can be videos of the same thing, just different videos and different links. It doesn't really matter. The one thing that happens is that the value immediately goes up on that message, making it more probable that that fan buys it, right? The second aspect of this is the time. So like, again, if you're selling videos, and let's say you really only have like a 10-second, 15-second video, this guy's asking for like a 45-second, a minute, 2 minutes, you can hide the time entirely just by adding another picture or video into it. So that way they don't know what they're getting, and all they know is that, you know, they got 3 videos, 2 pictures for the same price as one. And the last part of this is a little bit about psychology, but I like to think of it in a way is that the fan is basically paying for opportunity to get whatever it wants. Whether the fan wants, you know, more explicit content or longer videos or whatever it is, that fan is paying for something he wants. So in human psychology, the more chances we can get at something that we want, the higher likelihood that we're going to take it. So when a fan looks at one video, 10 seconds long, $40 versus $40, 3 pictures and 2 videos, the fan might think to himself, wow, okay, I'm definitely going to get what I want if I have, you know, 5 opportunities of content to look at rather than just one. Just another add-on that really does convert way more once you start implementing it into your chats. Now, let's talk about the welcome stage really quickly. A lot of you guys will add for your welcome text either just a normal text message. So like, hey baby, welcome to my page. Let me see what you like, blah, blah, blah. Complete bullshit. I don't think it works. Some of you guys will add menu items. I mean, come on. It's not like we're selling fucking lemonade here, all right? You need to act like a person. The way that I like to kind of look at it is, what can I say to make sure that the fan responds and gets in conversation with me. My favorite ways about doing this is either A, a video, B, a voice note or voice message, or C, personalized, aka custom, right? A custom image, or I mean not custom image, custom text message, excuse me. So let's break these down really quickly. A, you can have your model pre-record a video to play and get sent to the fan whenever they text. So let's say they subscribe, this video gets sent. It's a video just of her talking on her phone, selfie style. Hey, thank you so much for subscribing, blah, blah, blah. Shoot me a message back. Let's talk. Whatever it is, right? Supposed to feel natural, a little bit more personalized. And of course, that video is evergreen, meaning she only has to record it once and then it's going to get sent out over and over again. Following that is voice notes. You can do the same exact thing with a voice note, just not a video. But what I also like to do is inside of these videos, voice notes, or a one-to-one personal custom message, if a fan comes in your page and you send them a personalized message, or your chatters do, what I like to do is have some sort of back-end funnel ready. So no matter which one of these that they have or you guys choose, make sure that within a couple chats of getting to know the fan, nicknames, what they're here to see, why they subscribed, whatever that is, make sure you eventually get to the point where you can start a sequence or a script. So I always like to tell my chatters, like, hey, from the very beginning until end, we are going to set a frame for this conversation. So we could send this video. There could be a pretty basic response that we usually get. And then we could ask a question that almost directly ties into a certain answer we always get. And then maybe another question with a certain answer. And then a voice note that's pre-recorded to get them moving into a script. Maybe like, hey, I know I just sent you that video, but I'm actually heading home soon, blah, blah, blah. If you want to talk, chat, whatever it is. And then they send another chat and then have a script, right? Really quickly though, if a fan ever comes into your page and just straight up blatantly asking for content, like let's say right here, like just send me the fucking picture, just send them that image. Don't obviously, wait around, don't do anything and try to go through that script. Send them the image. But overall, the welcome stage should feel personalized. Your main priority should be to get that fan to reply to that message and start a conversation so then you can begin selling. Lastly is scripts. So I've went over scripts tons and tons of times in videos. Go check them out. Videos all here if I pop them up or in the description. Either way, I've made tons of videos on scripts. But let's just talk about it really quickly. With scripts, you want to have the ideology that fans cannot see my model nude or explicit without spending X amount. That's usually what I like to think, is that if a fan comes in my page and they haven't spent $150, $200, however high you want to hold your standards at, they will not get explicit content. And the way that you can base your scripts off that is just how many sequences you have. So with us being a GFE who never really sells explicit content, we have at least 7 to 9 sequences or stages inside of our scripts that we're going to sell to get to that nude point, right? We're not selling only 3 videos and then immediately they get nude. That's the way that I like to think about scripts, but overall, it really just depends on the works and profile of that model, how she's portrayed, what she's valued as, premium, not premium, anything in between. It doesn't really matter. But overall, I want you guys to let me know in the comments what kind of conjoined video you want to see with this. If you guys want me to, walk through full chats that I have on my model's page and explain what we're doing for objection handling, what were exact messages for welcome messages, what are our exact steps for getting a fan to spend more money or resub or anything like that, or if you guys want to see something totally contrary to chatting, as always, let me know down in the comments if you like this video and what sort of videos that you guys want to see. If you're interested in getting started in your OFM journey, I have a completely free Telegram community down linked in the description. 100% free. We host weekly calls every single Friday. It's currently Wednesday, but every single Friday, 5 p.m. EST, be there. Tons of free information, live Q&As. It's a great time. But other than that, as always, it's been Griffin. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace out.